Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM for Friday, February 7th, 2025. Wrapping up the week. Looking ahead, Missouri softball opens its season at noon today in Clearwater, Florida. Tigers going to play Marshall and then come back and play Northwestern. They've got a couple more games on Saturday with Duke and a super regional rematch. Missouri fell one run short of the Women's College World Series last year. Since 2011, Mizzou has made the Super Regional 6 times, has failed to make it out of that round and back to Oklahoma City. That's clearly the goal this year. Larissa Anderson's team ranked 15th in the country, also 10th in the SEC in the preseason, but it is what it is. If you get to Oklahoma City, you have a shot, which got me to thinking, what's Missouri's best shot at a national title right now? I think softball is right there at the top. I would put gymnastics as 1A. Gymnastics right now ranked 9th in the country. They made the NCAA finals a couple years ago, have a shot to do so again this year, beat number 6 Kentucky last week. Lost to LSU, which is number 2 in the country, but put up its Missouri's second best score of the season. I think those two programs are Missouri's best shot right now. Then I've got 3 that are next on the list, and I'll listen to any order you want. I think you have to put wrestling in there with what Brian Smith has done. Understand it's a little bit of a down year for the Tigers this year. No real shot to win a championship this year. But look, they're in the top 10 all the time. They're always in the mix. They haven't won one, and people who know more about wrestling than I do can argue how close they've been. It's incredibly tough. The difference between 4th and 1st is sometimes pretty big. But if you keep putting yourself in that mix, eventually maybe things go your way. So I think you've got to put wrestling in that conversation. Then you've got the 2 that everybody cares about and would want to debate, which is football and men's basketball. I'm not sure which one of those I'd put ahead right now. I think I would put basketball ahead for 2 reasons. Number one, their championship will be, decided sooner. Missouri basketball going to start playing for the chance at a title here in about a month and a half when the NCAA tournament opens. Football would have to wait until next January. Both kind of in that mix, right about top 15 to 20 teams in the country. I think basketball is easier to do. Now, look, you got to win 6 games. It's obviously not easy. But I think winning 6 basketball games as a top 20 team is easier than winning 3 or 4 football games, even as a top 12 team. Upsets are much more common in basketball. Also, in the NCAA tournament, let's say you're a 3 seed. Well, that 2 seed might get beat. You may never face that 1 seed. So, you can get to a Final Four by maybe never playing anybody better than a 6 seed. And that is easier than college football. Even if you go in as the 1 seed, you're facing 8, 4, and 2, and you've got to beat all 3 of those teams. So I think basketball's got a better shot simply because both are in similar positions, but I think the basketball portion is easier to do. So softball and gymnastics, I put on level 1. Level 2 at Missouri, as far as chances as we sit here today on February 7th, 2025, I'd go basketball, football, wrestling, or basketball, wrestling, football. Throw them in any way you want. I think overall, hey, Missouri actually has 5 teams that can start seasons now saying this is the goal, and it doesn't sound stupid, which is probably more than usually have. Interested to know, where you think I'm wrong here, which programs you would put higher or lower. Did I miss any? I don't know about hockey and Quidditch and some of these other things that get contested. But let me know what you think about it in the comments over on our message board at Power Mizzou. Like, share, subscribe while you're here. Saturday, 2:30, Texas A&M basketball. Afterwards, around 5:30, Drew King and I will have a post-game live show from Mizzou Arena. Until then, see you next time.